All right, so I think I've reached far enough south. I'm north of St. Louis, where they're not locking the doors for these bathrooms. I reached far enough south to be able to use bathrooms again. At least this one. It's a heated bathroom, and then they at least shut that off. Alright, not all Walmarts are doing this, but I can't authenticate outside the store, so I bring it inside. I'm authenticated, good to go, good connection. Then I come back out here, can't authenticate again. So there's a problem they set up to restrict how far the signal extends. I mean, it's a strong signal. They restrict how far the reach can extend, not the signal. And it's happening at quite a few Walmarts that I'm running into, but not all of them. So this is just great. Slept next to this generator all night, but it drowned out that Walmart music, which is pretty annoying. I don't feel all that cold. It's kind of it's a snow that's melting fast. I want to get this off my car as quick as possible. Alright, this is an isolated park in Wentzville. I have bathrooms, Wi-Fi. I didn't check electricity. I gotta check that. So in this park today, well, I just recorded that guy checking to make sure I'm alright, because I think the park has got the sunset to sundown, sunrise to sunset hours, so that's a concern. I got a cop, I know it was the same one, passed by my car a couple times, put a little pressure on me, parking over here, watching me from a distance. I didn't like it, and I'm pretty sure he'll be back to now that the sun is down. It's like it's open season. So I guess I want to get out of here. It's only like 5, but it's open season now with the short days. But yeah, he was checking me out, but he never stopped, which is just cool. But still, I mean, I didn't mind him passing in front of me twice, but having him sit over here was annoying, because I kept looking over my shoulder, wondering if he's going to decide to visit. But he'll definitely visit now with the hours. With these short hours they have here for who knows what reason. Nobody showed up here today, really, hardly anybody. 5 people, some guy who got a trap, picked up a trap for catching cats. Alright, south of St. Louis I'm finding wild onions. Just growing in the grass. They're like a winter grass. Wild onions, chives. Alright, just reading this. It says enlarge to show texture. And I got this picture of small peanuts. There's nothing large. The actual product is bigger. It looks like poor advertising to me. Poor labeling. But I guess Walmart doesn't need to achieve high standards anyway. They know that these will sell. But still, it just looks kind of stupid to me. Enlarge to show texture. Doesn't make sense. Alright, I just want to say that I paid about $6.50 for milk at Walmart. But I wouldn't have said anything had the old man with the white beard who was working at Walmart and I think he might be a people greeter and work at the self-checkout too. He just kind of spouted out, oh, $8 milk as I was buying my milk, and then he corrected himself and said, oh, $6 or something. And he was a bit of a distance away. He was just kind of talking his old man craziness. But you know, if the employees are like, he's a rarity. But if the employees are warning us about did I just crack this? I got my first crack on my S20 now. But the Walmart employees are warning. But I mean, we're talking about me. I've never been to a Walmart that charged over $6 a gallon for milk. So this is it's a little bit of a surprise, but I'm willing to pay still. I'm thankful that I have a place to sleep at night at least. Alright, I just want to say I can't stand this burning smell in the Walmart parking lot. It's just lingering. Looks like at the state park they got a camper storage area. Cars and campers, no RVs, ATV, UTV. Alright, I'm in the day use area just across the street. But it looks like they pack people in for events enough to need overflow. That's something. I come out to a state park in the woods just to pack people together and make it all crowded. I wouldn't want to be a part of those events. Alright, I think this is just weird looking, but I don't know. Maybe it gets incredibly busy around here. They got on the PIM trailhead a bicycle rack. They encourage bicycling. They have to put a bicycle rack. So what kind of crowds do they get? Paved bicycle trail. Blazed in yellow. Yeah, it's a nice paved trail. They must get particular crowds. I'd have to look at their website and see what events occur that leads to large crowds where people are bicycling around here. I think it's kind of neat that I'm far enough south to be seeing this. I forget what they are. Not the aloe, but it stays green throughout the winter. Kind of like what the wild onions do. The wild onions seem to find their best growth spurt in the winter time. These just remain green throughout the winter. This is a pretty isolated spot, but it's been nice and relaxing at least. I had to deal with a couple of people. One guy parked one space over from me and then walked over to that picnic table to eat for like 10 minutes or so. I didn't like that. All this open space. They got a park right next to me. So I pretty much come out here today, watch a lot of videos on YouTube, on the videos I saved on YouTube app on my tablet, run the battery down and 20% or so watching videos, take a nap, then play around with some exercise ideas that I can't normally do in public view. Still, I had to kind of watch over my shoulder I heard some sounds. A couple, older male and female, walked down here right behind my car to the end of this shelter. and then walked back. I didn't like that, but I mean, there weren't a whole lot of people that came out here as expected, but there were some. Right in Farmington, I walked to City Hall and now I'm heading back to the library. I just want to say my heart skipped a beat a little bit, and I'm like, okay, that's happening. And I'm like questioning, was it something I ate? And then I'm realizing that it's probably the pollution. I did smell it initially, then forgot about it, and then now I just remembered. My heart's probably skipping that beat not too often. It's really mild, but I'm smelling the pollution. I'm going to blame what I'm smelling. All right, in Farmington, it rains all day today on Thanksgiving. And you can see it's empty lot, except for there's a policeman over there as a light. I guess you kind of see him focusing on the raindrops more than outside. And it's typical every year. It's Walmart hires the local police to sit at the store all day. They were here all night, and now they're here all day, positioned in front, and just kind of serves as a warning to anybody who might want to try to break in. People do show up to check out if the Walmart really is closed, and it is, and the cops there to enforce any problems. At the Veterans Park in Farmington, Missouri, they use trash barrels from chemical companies, Quality Chemicals. So I've been spending the day here thinking, and I don't have much to say even after all this thinking. It's only 3 p.m. I got more time, but something popped in my head about I've been pretty happy about milk and eggs still, and I've said it before, I'm just happy about eating eggs and milk right now for my main protein. I have a lot of peanuts too, and oats, a lot of oats. I guess my biggest concern would be like price, when price can go up for milk and eggs, but it's really satisfied any need for meat. They're both good for protein sources, so I mean, I'm not really strongly into bodybuilding, so it's I'm not really trying to uh, like get beyond normal strength so much. I just want to try to maintain normal overall fitness now. I don't need to go beyond, and I'm happy with how milk and eggs seem to be keeping me at least strong enough to maintain what feels like an average strength at least. So I recorded this guy who came up kind of behind my car to get a stash. I recorded on OBS, which makes an FLV video, which does not work on my either one of my video editors. But he come back here and picked up the stash, and it's a cigarettes that he's hiding. And then walked away. It's hiding cigarettes. I got this guy coming at me. What, can I help you?
Huh?
Can I help you?
No. No. I think I can go back here.
This is a pretty neat trail. They got it all marked. 14.5 miles. 7 hours and 15 minutes. I'm guessing all paved too. That's a long distance though. Even though it's very secluded feeling. You're not going to run into anybody. 14.5 miles is a long distance. Sunside. I like that shade. It doesn't take up the whole window. I was hearing a lot of scraping happening from the end of this brake because it was turned in like this. A lot more because it was reaching here. So I gotta make sure that, and I couldn't move this before. I think it's because it's wet that it's more slippery now. So I guess if it, and then yeah, push it down. Okay, I want the handlebar like this, so it doesn't make the noise and make this mess. So I hang out here long enough to look around, and what do I see? A trail cam. Is this private or public? They got a lock on it so you can't just walk away with it, but this thing opens up. Oh no, he cabled it. He cabled it shut. Okay. Stealth cam. So, isn't that great? And it likely doesn't record sound. So everything, I could just turn it. Everything I do is being recorded now. So this old lady, she came pulling in to this dead end trailhead, and she drove right out. I was standing right here. I wonder if she looked at the trail cam and saw, I wonder if she saw the trail cam down. But she probably just saw me, I mean, and did not stay. Alright, it's 9 a.m. Things are wet. You can see it's shiny. You can see the drippy drips. And that has concerned me about my herbs. Does water get in? It can. So this one, the marjoram, for example, does not look wet inside. I was wondering, yeah, it doesn't feel wet. So the water's not quite getting inside. That's a concern. But it definitely gets wet on the roof when it cools down fast at night. So the sign designating this spot from 1700, the sign was made in 1953. Oh God, giving myself away that I was in the forest. Tablet marks the first site, and then this new sign was drawn in 2019. And I guess it was a fast sign. And he looks like he's putting a bucket into a well. Or no, early lead mining. So they're saying that there's holes in the ground for lead mining like that. They probably would have filled them by now. Oops. Oh, something got in my eye. Alright, I'm in the Walmart parking lot. As soon as I got in here, at what time? Oh, short of 6, the power went out. Like, there's a big flash of lights behind the Walmart. I thought that looked strange. Didn't hear anything, didn't hear an explosion. But then the Walmart power went out. It then came back on for a few seconds. It went out, came back on a few seconds, went out, now it's out. So that big flash of lights had to do something with the electrical grid. Not only do I have to get the addresses down for both the GPS and the Google Maps, I have to make sure that the GPS is the same address for the location as the Google Maps. Not only that, but I also have to check the route to make sure that's not off too badly either. This looks good. So it's 2 things I have to check every time I go to somewhere new. Every time I put in a new address, I want to make sure that the library, well, for library, when I type in library, I have to make sure that it's not, the address has not changed, has not stayed the old address, and also the route is reasonable, because there's always changes of addresses and new roads being constructed that Google is more on top of. That's pretty neat. Welcome to your library. I didn't even see a sign in the front, but we got the sign here, and this nice, I guess the bathroom's outside. You can just mark me as a guest.
Yes, sir.
I mean, a lot of libraries I've been to, I don't have to sign in. It's just they tell me the password or whatever.
Well, here's the password, and we'd just like for you to sign in for us.
You like, but I mean, I've been to a lot of libraries that don't require me to. Is that a part of your rules?
You can go ahead and, if it's a problem, you don't have to.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, just for consistency with me.
Okay.
I've been to a lot of libraries.
Well, welcome to ours.
Thank you. All right, and is this a time to finish?
It's an hour. If you-
Okay, so I have to come back every hour.
Would you like a longer one?
Well, see, the thing is, I got several devices. I got a laptop too on top of these, so
Okay.
I'm gonna be signing in. I mean,
Sure.
to multiple computers,
All right.
and I'm guessing, in my experience with other libraries, that this is only good for one.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, this so I don't know how you guys want to do that.
Well, would you like another one?
Well, in the past, how I've managed it is
Well, this is a little
I'll
different
try
than
to
our library.
yeah.
I'd like to tell
No.
you a little bit about it. I mean, you do need to sign in each one differently, just because people would use that and they would come back and hand it off to others. We try to keep our bandwidth and everything
Well,
down to
that-
a minimal.
That's what I was gonna do. Like
Yeah.
I was gonna say, before you interrupted me, I was gonna say how I've done it in the past with similar libraries like you
Yes.
is I have just kind of tried to stick with one device
Okay.
at a time,
All right.
and like if I want to use my laptop, I'll just only sign in with the laptop. I won't sign in with these phones or my tablets. Just try to stick with the laptop, and then you only allow an hour.
Yes.
So I guess, and then when I want to get onto the other device, then yeah, I'll have to get another one for
Sure.
that. I
That's
was thinking that, but yeah, it's just an hour each. Yeah, I'll just have to play with your system here. You print it off. It's pretty rare. You print off paper with these.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But that's it's like how long have how long you guys been doing it, or you probably don't know.
How
right?
long have we been doing the Wi-Fi?
The little paper?
6 years that I know.
6
of.
years? Okay. Yeah. Well, whatever. Everybody does it their way. I'm going to have a seat. Right, so I'm going to just check out a little bit of this courthouse inside. It's historical, so I'm sure it's cool to record.